Robert, it's not an easy process with you because you care so much. And for me, I found it amazing because you make me a better director because you challenge all the time. And I think if you're able to answer that, I think it makes it a wonderful kind of thing. I was able to do that. I can imagine that's a little bit of it was intimidating at first, and I realized where we're at and all that, and the other time. But I don't know, I'm just looking at his clips, and I just know you for the last few years. I didn't know you through a lot of that time, and it's still great performances, so I just always wondered.
I mean, here's one I said about you, the growth hormone in collaboration is being able to work with people who understand how to hold their position and also to not be afraid of letting go of what's to be, which is what you imagine you're going to do that day and what's possible and where the buzz is, where the good feelings. So that's why
that's a great thing that you said. That's a great thing for other actors out of the audience. But we always get questions of what advice you give to other actors or what advice you give to directors. And what you just said, there's a looseness that Robert brings that only, I think, a confident filmmaker can deal with. I think some of your best movies have been with confident filmmakers because oftentimes it's the immediate way you thought the day was going to go. But Robert, as Jamie Foxx said, paints with a different paintbrush. And that's why he's Robert Downey Jr., and that's why you get what you get. But you have to be prepared for that canvas not being over here, but being over here. And if you have that, it's just the greatest thing in the world. And if you fight it, it's probably impossible. I'm sure you have hard times.
I wouldn't recommend it right after that because it would probably get fired.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying that a first-time actor should be that challenging, but it is something I think that you do well. So,
thank God, we're back to cars. Before I thought the evening was dragging a little bit, whenever we get to it, and now we're right around here for till midnight. I consider every evening.
Robert, every evening should be an evening of Robert. He walked in and he said his picture and all the people, like, this is just perfect.
That speaks to a troubled self-esteem, actually. I believe. Or not.
I did not put these in the order now. A lot of them I said I removed were very much more, hey, would you come over to the table, so-and-so, and take a photo? Maybe you'll be out there, but I'm going to go to, this is an interesting one because I've talked to other actors, and every actor in the game always says, oh, I just finished with Robert Downey, Zach, and you go, wow, Downey, he's just the best. And I think that really is kind of amazing because the films you've done, if you actually look at how popular or how big they were, they really weren't huge until recently, but they carried some weight performances with other actors. And this question is, who do you admire most as an actor? And I'm sure you can ask that, but that's a good one.
Thank you. Not one comes to mind. Jog my memory.
About John Penn. But even like, people put you in that, John Penn, Robert Downey, it's like there are a few living greats.
Well, here's the weird thing. It's kind of odd. It's really difficult for me to think of myself in the context of being an actor. And even when these films come out, like Iron Man comes out, I go down the express line and I see there's helmet, there's all these posters everywhere, and I swear to God, you can ask me, I still have not quite processed the fact that I'm out in front of these big products. I've never considered myself that way. I think of myself as a worker amongst workers, and I also have a slight peculiar bent towards thinking that nothing is ever done correctly until we have not exhausted each other, but gotten each other really excited and then exhausted executing what's decided. So I don't really think of myself in that context. So But I noticed growing up, there's so many people influenced me, like Dustin Hoffman, I think it's probably someone who I just could not believe how natural he was. We watch movies like Marathon Man. So he engaged in big influence, and more recently, obviously, like, you know, Gene and all those guys.
And when you said, oh, sorry, I had to go.
Yeah? Go to the car.
I'll go to the car.
You're my mark, Lou.
What was that?
You're my mark, Lou.
Mine old school. You're my boy, Lou. Here's a good one. Of all the movies you made, which is your favorite?
Dude.
No. You're saying that because it's coming out.
Susan Downey, can you stand up for a second? I can't see you.
That's why it's Susan Downey.
I can't even see you. What's my favorite movie?
Your favorite experience is dating?
Yes.
Sure. Okay. Well,
But it's always that. It's the one that hasn't come out yet that's going to blow your mind.
well, that's the thing. I think some people might think, oh, you're just sort of promoting the next one. But we did have an amazing experience out of it.
Yes.
And you know, I'll speak for 1 minute. When you work with Robert, he takes the script in the morning. You know, you do sides, and he has the script, and he literally rips it in half and says, "I'm not doing this garbage. What are we really doing?" And that's the first hour. And then we spent 3 hours in the trailer rewriting the movie. And you know, I'm not just saying this because it's here, and I've said this before, I've said it to you privately. Robert deserves writing credit on his films because he's not just somebody who improvises on the day. He's not somebody who says, my character wouldn't say that. He thinks about the whole movie, even other characters that have not been seen to it. And he thinks like a creative producer would think, and he thinks as a director would think, and a writer. So, are you going to be a director? Do you want to direct films?
Sure. Here's my favorite I'll quote you, and he felt like he had a breakthrough, so he called us and he goes, it's not that he just thinks all these scripts are garbage. He said, we're just paper.
He hates anything we would say, yeah, and I would just say, let's not write it down, let's just pretend we just thought of it. Because Zach would go, oh, we should do this, and I go, great, but I'm not going to write it down. If we write it down, it's going to rip it up. But tell me, like, you know, again, your dad was a director, or your dad is a director, is something you've always wanted to do, something that you realize, okay, I have to do this now because no one's up to par?
Oh. That's good. I'll tell you actually, and I'm on this round now, and I want to say, you know, really grateful because I noticed what I've seen happen is people when they have these great transitions, is suddenly they get so inflated, and all the things that have been driving them unconsciously, whatever, like injuries, things are mad by other times they felt slighted, all of a sudden they start coming out and really like vindictive and cruel. Like we know some cruel guys and girls in business, you're like, oh, that's not even them, they're just really mad about something that happened that were hate. And now they have a lot of power, and they're just destroying everybody around them. It's kind of rough. So I've taken it enough months, and I've had my past handed to me for enough years for other reasons that I just started thinking in terms of, you know, whether that our experience, it wasn't difficult, it was just trying, because I tend to just think like we can try. You know, but, yeah, sure, I'll do it. But I guess I'm not ready. I would have tried. Not quite ready.
Right. And we're going to go to that last clip back, but I just did. Well, you know, let's go to what we had out there.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go to